I think when I do it myself, start again. Hello again, welcome back to my podcast. This is part 2 of either 2 or 3 videos for this time. Haven't decided how many yet, we'll see how we go. I'm not going to do a proper intro for this one. I did it at the beginning of the first one, which I'll either link it in the description or I'll do one of those clever card things or whatever that's on the screen. So you can find that nice and easily. If I've forgotten to do that, just go back in my scroll down on the page, it'll be there. Yeah, so I'm going to dive straight in. I'm in the middle of telling you about all the crochet projects that I have been working on since the last time I spoke to you. And the next one on my list is some new slippers that I've made for my son Ned. I completely forgot to mention at the beginning of the first one, the most important bit of life news at the moment is Ned's birthday on Sunday. He's going to be 10. I don't quite know how that's happened. I know, the obvious answer is, well, time has progressed, because it does that. But how has 10 years gone so quickly? I'm sure he was a baby just yesterday. But yeah, 10 years old on Sunday. Which is probably going to be the day after this goes up on YouTube. So, yeah. Eek. Anyway, made him some new slippers. Also, I'm trying really hard not to wobble the camera, but my desk is really wobbly. So, just bear with. These have been worn, so excuse the state of them. I finished them only a few days ago, I think. Yeah, he's been wearing them non-stop since then. Let me show you both at once. So the soles for these were bought from Joe's Toes, which is a fabulous little business that I discovered at a yarn show. Can't remember which one. Or at least I can remember where I was, but I can't remember the name of the show. Yorkshire Yarn Fest, I think. I was going to follow one of their patterns, but because I'm not because I didn't use chunky yarn, I've used Aran weight instead. The pattern didn't quite work in terms of stitch count and so on, and I just couldn't do the maths. So you'd think this would be a more complicated option. Instead, I just made them up. I made up my own version, which has actually been done in 2 pieces. Thumbnail? That one. I don't know, that might be a thumbnail, I don't know. Let me show you one. So they're a bit loose around the back, but he says they're comfy, so fine. If they get too loose and stretch out, then I'll tighten them up at some point when he's not looking. No, I will tell him. But yeah, I made them in 2 parts. So I've made the toe first as a separate piece and then sewn it onto the sole. And then I then started here-ish, joined the yarn, worked around the sole, back again in rows. Did some decreases, did some colour changes, and then I've done just a little bit of surface crochet and then taken that just around the top as a bit of an edging, just to give it that kind of slippery look. But yeah, a relatively quick project. Took me about, well, it took me 10 days, but there were a few days when I didn't work on them at all. So probably less than a week, and I probably could have done it quicker if I'd been motivated to. I don't know how long they'll last. Is, you know, the reason I've made these is because the last pair of slippers that I made him have completely fallen apart. So he is not kind to slippers. And this is not particularly hard wearing wool. The soles will be nice and hard wearing, so I'm hoping that makes them last a bit longer. But the wool it's 100% merino. It's Drops Big Merino in maroon, and I think that's called Bluebell. Which is just left over from a jumper that I made ages ago that you will have occasionally seen for myself. So yeah, I don't know how long they'll last, but I've made them. He's enjoying wearing them. That's really all that matters. And they're not perfect. I think I would tweak a couple of things. Well, when I next make him a pair, tweak a couple of things. But mostly I'm happy with them. Okay, I am in the process of making a Christmas jumper for this coming Christmas. This has been inspired by the make-along, sorry wobble, that Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful and Suzanne from Green Lambkin Yarns are hosting. I think it's called the Slow and Steady Festive MAL. That might be wrong. The correct information will be in the description for you. I think it's a really, really great concept though. The point of the make-along is that you can take most of the year to make yourself a sweater. So you're not rushing in October, November, December to get it done in time, like we all do every year. This is how mine is looking so far. I haven't done a lot, but I have started and I am enjoying it and I love how it is looking. I haven't tried it on actually, I probably ought to. Not that there's a lot to try on. It would be good to know at this stage whether or not it's fitting. It's likely to fit. I've just dropped the yarn label, hold on. There we go. So I am using Yarnsmith's Pebble Haze in Jet and, oh, what's the other colour called? Green Serpentine, however you say that. It's really, really gorgeous yarn to work with. It's super soft. It's got a really lovely drape to it. Feels gorgeous. It looks lovely too. And I think it's 100% acrylic. No, it's not. It's 67% cotton, 33% acrylic. That has surprised me. But it does say machine washable, so I should just be able to chuck it in the washing machine, which is always a plus. What else can I tell you about it? The pattern that I'm using is the Incomng sweater by Kate Brown, I think I've written there. I can't read my own handwriting. On Ravelry. And yeah, so far so good. I'm loving the stitch pattern. Let's give you a close up. Nice and simple, but with enough interest in it to keep me going. I am, as you can see, look, looks like it'll fit quite nicely. Slightly neckline might be higher than I like, but hey, we'll work that out later. Yes, I'm striping the colours at the moment in the yoke, and then I think I've got more of the green than the jet, so I think my plan is to stripe it for the yoke, then do just green for the body, and then add a stripe or two of jet near the hem. and then green for the majority of the sleeves, and again do a stripe or two near the cuff. We'll see how it works out. I think I've got enough yarn to do that. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I've not worked on it much since I started it, simply because I have not really had the time. I've had lots of other projects to focus on. Just lots of other things to focus on generally, not even projects. So yeah, it always feels like there's something more important to do, but I'm glad I've started it. It's staying in my active whips. It's a make along, so I've got that to motivate me. It will get done. I'm determined for it to get done before Christmas so I can wear it this year. It's not an especially Christmassy pattern, but I couldn't find one that combined top-down construction. I am a raglan sweater girly, and the interest, the right kind of interest. I wanted either sort of lace-ish work. It's not lace, but you know, that kind of texture, or colour work. And there were some colour work ones, but they were too busy and I didn't think they'd suit me, or I just didn't like the design with a few of them. And there were loads of fantastic colour work Christmas jumpers, but they're not top down, and I'm not at a point yet where I can figure that out for myself. I need a pattern. I need a pattern to tell me what to do with garments at the moment. So yeah, it was the best fit I could find, and I do really like it. I wish it was a little bit more Christmassy. But on the plus side, it means that I can wear that sweater when it's finished, not just at Christmas. So that's a bonus. Definitely something I'm happy about. All right, final crochet project to tell you about. I have been pattern testing again. It's another blanket, or rather it's a swatch for a blanket. I haven't done the whole thing, which is fine. The designer, lovely Helen of Apple Blossom Dreams, said she didn't need us to do the whole blanket, just a swatch was fine. I've just shown you the back by accident. Here's the front. Isn't it beautiful? Really, really lovely roses. That's the centre of each square. And then it's like a granny square, but not, because it's half double crochets. I love it. I love that so much better than a normal granny square. Controversial possibly, but that is my opinion. Beautiful join as you go joining. I actually did wrong, because I just had a brain melt moment, and did single crochets instead of double. We're talking US terminology here. But I decided to just leave it, and Helen's okay with that. Actually, I like it better as single crochet. Everyone else has done it properly and done double. I like mine better. And then the border, which I should have done all the way around for the test, but I haven't, because if I had done the whole blanket, obviously I'd have done the whole border. If I had done what some people are doing and had intended to use this swatch as a cushion cover, I would have done the whole border. I'm not doing either of those things. I have made these 4 squares and joined them and done part of the border. I am now going to frog the border. I'm going to take apart all of the joining, keep the squares, and make a bunch more at some point. It could be a long way off, but it's going to happen. And then I'm going to make a load more squares and make a bigger blanket. I've just shaken the camera again, I'm sorry. Yeah, and it'll be up for, either I'll keep it, but I think I'll be putting it up for sale when it's finished. It's a long way off, but keep an eye out if you're interested. Because it's lovely, and I really enjoyed making it. And because of the way the squares are constructed, either I can really take my time and do one square at a time, take it nice and slow, or I can do all the roses, do the next rounds, do them in what's it called, like a production line almost. Do a bit of each one, and that will feel quicker, I think. Again, there's no rush on it. I also want to do my own one. I like the border. I think Helen's done a fantastic job of designing it. As she does with all her patterns, I've tested for her before, and she does great things. It's not blocked, can you tell? But I think if when I do it myself, start again. I think when I come to make the whole blanket, oh my goodness, my brain is not working today. I will do a simpler border for it. In my opinion, all blankets need borders. They look unfinished without them. But I think quite often, either you want a really simple blanket with a complicated border, or a complicated blanket with a simple border. This is a complicated blanket, so to me, I think a simple border will look neater. Again, not a criticism of the pattern, not a criticism of Helen. Criticism, did I say that right? Just my personal opinion. So watch this space. You might be watching for a while, because I've got so many projects on, as always. And all my spinning to do, and the house to look after, and my son to look after, and my husband to look after, and yeah, but it will happen. It will happen one day. Right, that's all the crochet projects. Let me put this away and I will tell you about plans. Just realised I didn't tell you about any of the yarn for that pattern test. That was on purpose, but I meant to explain. I just took a load of acrylic yarn out of my stash. I will, when I create the project page on Ravelry, I will list all the yarns that I've used. If you want to know which one is for which round, then just ask and I'll tell you. But for one, I don't know what I've done with the notebook for that project. I know I wrote it. I know I set one up and wrote down the pattern and the yarn details and everything. Can't find where I've put it at all. Have a feeling it might have ended up in a different project bag, but I've checked the ones that are likely and I can't see it. And so I've just done all of that for memory. No idea what any of the yarns are, apart from one of them. But yes, I will. It'll be in the project page, so if you want to know, you can find out. Right, crochet plans. I mentioned last time that I want to get Ned a new laundry basket. I'm struggling to find an interesting one, so I'm going to get a plain one and crochet a cover for it. 6 weeks later, I have not done that yet. Haven't even started. But it is still very much on my list of plans. Something I want to do. His current laundry basket is driving me up the wall. He doesn't care at all, but it's irritating me. So I am going to do it. Yeah, just it hasn't happened yet. Other projects I need to start. My brother and his girlfriend, who is going to be his wife one day, I'm certain of it. They don't know this yet, but I'm certain of it. They've just bought a house together. They completed a couple of weeks ago, and back in March at my sister's hen do, I spoke to Amy, my brother's girlfriend. I said, look, I really want to make you something as a housewarming present. what do you want? You name it, I can crochet it, probably. And she has asked for a wall hanging, something along the lines of like Home Sweet Home, all that kind of thing, in neutral colours. So I haven't started it yet. I have started the design. I'm going with Home is Where the Heart Is. I think that's nice. And Alexis at Sixthall Design has recently released, perfect timing, a pattern for a cursive alphabet done in mosaic crochet, which is her speciality. It's absolutely amazing. She's put so much work into it. Again, it'll be linked. Please do go and check it out. So yeah, that's perfect. Because of the way the pattern is, because it had to be because of the nature of cursive lettering, I'm having to piece together the bits that I need. So that's taking me a minute. But I think once I've got that sorted out and essentially built my own chart from her pattern, once I've done that, it shouldn't take me too long to actually make the wall hanging. I just need to get that pattern sorted, get the chart sorted, and make a start. So I do need to get on with that because they're in the house now. When I first mentioned it, they weren't. So the pressure wasn't on, but it is now. So that needs to become a priority. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to look really nice. And then the other actual plan I've got at the moment is I want to get my parasol back out of the hibernation corner. Those, where am I pointing? There, those boxes. And in fact, that could be whole underneath the 2 boxes as well. Those are my works in progress that are hibernating at the moment. I've shown you the parasol before. I started it last summer with the intention of finishing it and being able to use the parasol last summer. That didn't happen. I'm determined to get it ready for this summer, which is quickly approaching. I have decided that although I absolutely love the look of the pattern that I chose, because it's very repetitive and because I'm making it quite big, I'd stopped enjoying the process. It started off brilliantly. Oh, itchy nose, sorry. It started off brilliantly, but the way that it works, the number of repeats increases quite quickly, and it's still loving how it looks, but just the process was a bit much. So I'm going to frog it. I'm going to use the same yarn, but I'm going to find a different mandala pattern that I think will also work for a parasol and start again. I will look at designs by Grace Ferron. Used quite a few of hers before. Looked at a few other a few other designers. I've got various mandala patterns in the bank, if you like. So I will find something that will work nicely. I just need to, again, actually get it out and make a decision and get going with it. Take stock of the projects that I've got that I need to be working on at the moment, want to be working on at the moment, and create time for it. Right, this video is already at 25 minutes and I have got a lot of yarn to show you in the spinning section, so I'm going to leave that for now and I'm going to do that in a separate video after this one, part 3 of the podcast this time. So just to quickly mention, I've written down that there's no incoming to show you. That's not strictly true. I have, of course, bought things. Of course I have. Mainly fibre. A little bit of yarn, I think. Oh, I bought some more yarn for Kelvin's blanket, which was shown in part 1. yeah, mostly I have bought fibre, but I have unpacked boxes. I've used some of it. It's all over the place, so it's not practical to show you. So yeah, I'm just gonna not show you any of it. What I do want to show you, actually, I'm missing one of these, but I have just found a bunch of hair clips. I really need to stop leaving hair clips in random places, because then I can't find them when I need them. I don't know if I've mentioned this in the past. A few months ago, joined a sticker subscription from a small business called, what's she called? Lily Bean Studio. No. Yes, Lily Bean Studio. Who, an independent business who I know through the markets that I organise. I saw that she was doing a subscription. It's not very expensive, and I thought, yeah, I want stickers delivered to my house every month, obviously. So I signed up to it, and I received my latest batch of stickers last week, I think. And I just thought I'd show you. She does all the artwork herself. The theme this month is like sort of fairy tales and fantasy. You get a little postcard each time. How beautiful is that? The quote on it says, "Fairy tales are more than true. Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us that dragons can be beaten," which is just lovely. You always get a little bit about the club and her inspiration on the back, as well as a sneak peek at the next month's theme. And you get one or two die cut stickers. That's the quote again, which is on the sparkle. There were two this time, but I've put the other one down and it's got stuck underneath other things. And you always get a full sheet of stickers too. Again, these are all designed by Leanne. I think that's her name. Sorry if it's not. I'm pretty sure she's called Leanne. Oh, they're cute. The die cut ones I'm putting on, I've got a chest of drawers that's just over here, you can't see it, that I just covered in stickers. It's plain white chest of drawers. It is no longer plain, it is covered in stickers. So every month I add the die cut ones to that. And then the others go in my stationery stash, and will, whenever I send out letters or parcels or whatever, I will get a couple of them and put them on the outside of the packaging or in cards or whatever feels appropriate at the time. It just makes me happy. So yeah, no yarny stuff to show you or fibrey stuff to show you this time, but I wanted to show you those stickers. Shop update. That's another thing I forgot to mention in my life update in part 1. You may know, if you follow me on Instagram, I have closed down my website. It's sad. I loved having my own proper website, but background noises. It's just my husband going to get his lunch, I think. Yeah, for one, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of admin, and I never felt entirely confident about it. It took a lot of brain power. More importantly, more significantly, I can't afford the cost at the moment. Although I've had a couple of good months, the sales that I've been making haven't really covered the cost of the website. Luckily, I signed up monthly, so I could just cancel it. So yeah, that's gone. In fact, I have already set up a shop with Folksy, who again I'll link. They are a really good, in my opinion, alternative to Etsy. They are UK only, really strong focus on independent businesses and artists. Great place for craft supplies, actually, which is what sold it to me, over and above the others that are out there. As well as the fact, actually, that they kind of market your stuff for you. You have to put a little bit of work in to make that work, but they do actively promote the products and the sellers who are on their website, which is great. You know, they're on social media. They've got great newsletters that they send out, all of that kind of thing, and it's much more affordable. So there is a free version which I've been using so far. They do then have a paid version as well, which there are benefits to. I am going to sign up to that, at least temporarily. It's much cheaper than my website was. At the moment, I've just got, I think, 2 sets of buttons, or 2 types of button on there. Technically, they're just one type, but one which I'm selling as these are buttons that are finished and lovely and ready to be used, and a separate listing for like seconds, essentially, ones that aren't quite perfect. So they are cheaper. May not be usable as buttons necessarily, but can be incorporated into other things. I am going to get more products listed on there because I need to. It's going to be a gradual process, I think, over the next few weeks. I'm intending to get a couple on there today, but we'll see whether that happens or not. And where was that thought going? Yeah, if you're interested in my yarn, which I'll be showing you in the next video, just keep checking it and actually sign up to my my weekly email, which again there'll be a link for in the description, because I will let you know in that whether I've uploaded anything, whether there's anything new on there, and keep an eye on Instagram, because I'll mention stuff on there too. Right, that is it for this video. Again, like in part 1, I'm not going to do a proper wrap up. I'm just going to stop and then just start the next one, and then I'll do a proper wrap up at the end of that one. But just to quickly say, please do, if you've enjoyed this even a little bit, please do like it, share it, comment on it, say hello. And yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. Really, really appreciate it, as always. And I'm going to carry straight on after this, but you will probably see the next one in approximately 24 hours if you're watching them as they are released. Be back soon.